Hey, everybody. I got to talk about the fires in California, the wildfires that are burning in Southern California. For some whacked out reason, everybody's going political on this. The conservatives, Republicans, the right wing, all the way up to Fox, and the Republican politicians are saying this is all the president's fault. And if you point it out, we're being accused of being political. Okay, first off, you're an idiot. Enough said. Second, the thing that I want to talk about is the budget for it. Okay, we're saying it's billions and billions of dollars in damage. The president is going to pay for all of it, he said. Meanwhile, in Carolina, everybody's getting only $750. Only one person got it or something like that. The whole city, $750 for the whole city. Okay. Look, guys, you're anti-government. You want government to be small. You don't want them to be meddling in your business. What did you expect was going to come to your mailbox? What did you think that meant? If you shut out the government, you've got no choice but the government to shut you out. Duh. The next one, and you don't have to quote me on that. I'm not even going to give you an example. We all know people who don't pay their taxes. We all know neighborhoods where they're tax exempt. We all know neighborhoods and sides of cities, some of the more poorer districts. We all know those where the residents there don't pay the taxes. Ergo, they're the ones still on messed up roads. Okay, with weak ass cabling and what do you call it? Telecom. We all see these telecommunications people digging and rerouting fiber optics and stuff, as opposed to the old days when it used to be telephone pole to telephone pole to telephone pole and all this other garbage. You know, we all know those districts and those neighborhoods and those sides of town that don't pay their taxes, don't want the government involved into their shit, that don't even want the city involved in their affairs. Okay, that's one of the reasons why their infrastructure sucks. So for everybody in Carolina that's like, we only got a little bitty check. Well, yeah, you've been ignoring the government you've been telling the government to go F themselves. Now you need them to pay billions and billions after you destroyed your own you couldn't control the fire in your own damn state? Shit, man. We're over here at Bastrop, Texas, where the entire thing, cattle was fried and stuff. You don't see anybody doing, good, help us, please help us. No, everybody gets up and starts fixing their own stuff. And those that were paying their taxes and knowing what they were doing, keeping the government in their lives, keeping the city and the state in their lives, got the perfect opportunity to go up and file taxes. The people, why? Because the state knows who they were. As sure as they were filing taxes. They have an identity now. They have a not now, but they've always had it. They've always had a social security number to identify themselves. So I'm not going to go through too many examples on this. You guys who are getting measly check and measly handouts and all this other crap, you're the same douchebags that spat on the government. And this is what you get as per ordered by law. And you do nothing but bitch, man. Shut the hell up. Okay. Okay. Back to the money, because it's all about the money. Belief is the tool. The comments on every single report. Okay. Billions of damage by the fire. And 100 billion goes to Ukraine. Oh, thanks a lot, President Biden. Dude, that's an entirely different... A war budget has nothing to do with the national relief. Okay? Nothing. Those are two entirely different budgets. And if you can't vote for a president who doesn't know this, you're the reason why we're screwed. Plain and simple. Ah, it caused $2 billion worth of damage, or $22 billion of damage in Los Angeles. But we're going to give $400 billion to Israel. Dude, again, a war budget is not the same thing as the budget here. I don't give a damn what you think. It's total bullcrap if a politician says it was. One would have already thought that after Bush Jr. $2 billion a week fighting in the Middle East. Not one terrorist caught. Okay? $2 billion. You should have been paying attention to the money as far back as the early 2000s. It's an entirely different, a war budget is entirely different from ACA. It's an entirely different from the FCC. Okay? That's an entirely different budget. Take out the what? Take out the fundings for the FCC and put all our planes at risk. You see what I'm saying? It's just stupid. Okay? Now you, my 16 subscribers, and anybody else that's following, you and I know this. Okay? We can see what's going on. But as we can also see, we are incredibly outnumbered. Okay? The complaints about this stuff, you just got to deal with it because they're going to be saying, well, I don't think it's right and all this stuff. And what are you talking about? Because the homos over here and the forced sex change operations at our elementary schools, forced sex changed. Okay, forced sex change surgeries, gender reassignment forced upon our kids. This is what you're supposed to believe. To hell with them, dude. I'm sorry. It's just downright stupid. Common sense on common ground thinking, that's what this show's about. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. And I apologize for doing it so darn loud, but dude, it's just so annoying. It's just so stupid. You gotta have faith in what's going on. You gotta have patience to see the results. And you gotta look at how stupid these accusations are, you know? Now, I gotta be honest. I saw it more comedic. Forced gender reassignment surgeries on elementary school kids. I didn't know it was going to cost the election. I didn't know it was going to cost Kamala Harris the election. You know, Haitians and Ethiopians and all these people, migrants eating the cats and dogs. Dude, Kamala Harris busted up laughing. She wasn't the only one. I busted up laughing also because this was a presidential debate. I didn't know it was going to actually work. But, so I stopped laughing quick. Shit. But at first, I thought it was hilarious. Because this is the exact same kind of crap that I used to read in the tabloids back when all the news had to be printed. Before anybody knew what the hell an internet was. The World Wide Web. Nobody knew what the hell that was back in the 80s and early 90s. I mean, we got a glimpse of it by the mid-90s, and we thought it was pretty neat. Neato gazito. But the only ones that understood it were high school geeks. Computer geeks. They were the only ones that actually understood that crap. Okay? This BS, all the way to tabloidal worthy, you believe it, will print it, wild accusations. I mean, dude, it was entertaining. And here's the thing. We need to talk to everybody some common sense. We need to spread this word, people. Share this video if you can. Use common sense. That's tabloid-worthy crap. And that's all that it is. It's junk food for the brain. Okay? That's all. We need to set that record straight. We got to get everybody clear-minded again. Okay? Because this kind of crap, we're all doomed. We're all doomed. There's no point in Biden going over there and all this other stuff. If you don't see a point in Biden going over there as the president, then what are we doing listening to you, man? Who are you to talk? Because we know you sure as hell aren't doing it. Don't follow this guy. Don't follow this president. Don't follow that politician. Let's defund, what was it, American Red Cross? Let's defund American Red Cross. Let's shut it down. Let's shut down the American Red Cross. Fuck you, dude. You Oompa Loompa bastard. It's just as silly as the martial law. They're coming through your guns. Everybody's burying their guns to keep the government from taking them. If you know that, don't you think they know that too? That's the tabloid print-worthy, you believe it will printed crap that I'm talking about. But anyway, but back to the subject about the fires, okay? Guys, it's not the end of the world. You're not doomed. And now more than ever, well, not now more than ever, every time, I should say. Every time something happens, we need to pay attention to who's actually doing stuff. Those are the ones that we got to vote for. Not the ones that are bitching, which blows my mind to the furthest extent. I don't like anybody that bitches. What are you doing listening to these fools? Bitch, bitch, bitch. Complain. If I wanted that still in my life, I would have stayed married. Well, common law married. We never actually got to full-fledged marriage. We broke up before we made it official in the church. A Catholic and a Baptist. Would have been fun, I'm sure. But still, if I wanted to hear a bunch of bitching, I'd get myself a nagging wife. What are you doing listening to people on TV getting paid, $250,000 a year to bitch? You see what I'm saying? It's stupid. It's all stupid. So yeah, man, to everybody out there listening, please clear the mind, take a step back and look at this, that all these wild accusations are nothing but the replacement of the tabloids. Okay? It's all replacement of the tabloid. It's tabloid-worthy accusations. You believe it, will printed accusations. Okay? Thankfully, I grew up at a time where that was entertainment. It was there right alongside the comics. Okay, at the bookshelf station. Actually, technically, the book section still exists in our stores. Okay, they still exist. But back in my heyday, there was an entire section with magazines, adult magazines up at the top, wrapped in plastic. You couldn't grab those. And if you did, the first adult would, scold you, We had kid stuff down below, and we had ordinary books. We had paperbacks. There were even sections of hardcover novels, okay? I mean, we had, and the magazine racks went way out there. Martial arts, guns, home and decor, science, scholastic, and they were right alongside the comic books and coloring books. Okay, no lie. And there was stacks of actual newspaper companies, like the Express News, here in San Antonio, there was the Express News and the San Antonio Light, which were two competitors. Now Express owns the Light. My dad used to work for the Light back in the early 80s. He was a local sports writer. It was a good job. He got to take me and my sister to some games to watch for free. Flashing his press card. It was cool. But yeah, there was a bunch of newspapers. USA Today is what everybody knows now. Wall Street Journal is what everybody knows now. But we had tons more of that. We had like the Sun and the Inquirer and those major labels, and then like stuff from other states that made it to Texas. The Indiana something, I forgot what it's called. And then there was one called the Flyer. We had the classified ads, Penny Saver, all of those, and then there, on the far side, you would also see telephone books. So, and all of it was some kind of some form of entertainment to another. It was just really a fun time to be alive in the 80s and 90s. Now it sucks because it's what do you call it? Posted, so I believe it. And that goes into this most whacked out crap. And I could give you another example of that. The guy that was shooting at the pizza parlor that was falsely accused of being Pizzagate. Okay. He had a high power rifle. He's shooting at the pizza parlor. I forgot what the actual name was called. But he was shooting at it. He got arrested yesterday, I think, or 2 days before the time of this, which is the 10th, I think, of January 2025. He died driving reckless in a car crash, and the details haven't come out, but I'm almost positive it's because he's still mentally deranged from the "you posted, I'll believe it" phase in his life, to where now he just went over the edge, and he stayed over the edge. He flipped, and he fell on his cabeza, and he broke it, and he's been broken ever since, until now that he died in a horrible car crash driving recklessly. And that's just one guy. There was a group of men that wanted to kidnap the governor of Michigan through this "it's posted, so I have to believe it" mentality. Okay? Every Asian American Pacific Islander hate crime was due to the crap that was posted about COVID-19. It was posted, so I'm going to believe it. Okay? That mentality is just wrong. It's dumb. It's stupid to carry yourself out like that. So, guys, keep on being skeptical and keep on, taking a step back and looking at it, whatever it is that the accusations are, and, keep the faith. We've got a long way to go, because now one of the guys that's feeding into the hype is going to be running the Oval Office soon. And, yeah, we've got a long way to go before this country ever comes down to common sense, on common ground thinking again. I could have sworn we were going to be back to laughing at the Trumpers and the MAGA morons once Kamala Harris was in office. Because it meant a typical politician was going to be back into the White House, as opposed to this Oompa Loompa reject that we're now going to be dealing with. So, c'est la vie. We got a long way to go, guys. And there's just so few of us out there. Guys, take care. Take it easy. Y'all have a good one. Coming up to 20 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Y'all keep on keeping on, all right? I love you very much. Take care of yourselves. And we'll catch you next time. This is Chris. Chris's Comments, signing out.